On today's episode of Bill and Frank's Guilt-Free Pleasures, we discuss a song that takes us all around the world.
We talk about a singer who slapped a tiny artist in a club in Brazil.
And we talk about an unlikely singer who conquered the R&B charts with this massive hit single.
This is our take on All Around the World by Lisa Stansfield. Bill, I don't know, sometimes when we start these podcasts, we don't always know what we're going to say or how the opening's going to go. But I know, somehow, some way, this is all going to come together, and this episode is going to be amazing.
That was an incredible Barry White impression.
That was a good first attempt, I would say.
I think so. Are we going to tell listeners that was your 30th take?
You're being generous when you say 30th. It's that was close to triple digits.
Yeah. Still, it was enjoyable watching you and then crying and looking in the mirror and telling yourself you could do it and coming back to the mic and then going outside to come back in. It was pretty fun.
The thing is, Bill, I always believe in myself when I do my bass voice.
I like you even combined it with a bit of like an Apollo Creed Rocky 3 pep talk.
Yeah.
That's good. Very good.
The crazy thing about the song that we're doing today, so All Around the World by Lisa Stansfield, is it is very obviously, clearly an homage to Barry White. The opening salvo of the song, the introduction to it, it resembles so much Can't Get Enough of Your Love by Barry White.
Right.
That spoken word part, and we'll get into this later. After the song comes out, Lisa Stansfield and Barry White record the duet of that together. And as much as this is a Lisa Stansfield song, Barry White, his fingerprints are all over this.
I did too much lying, wasted too much time. Now I'm here and crying. I've been around the world and I can't find my baby. I don't know when, I don't know why he's gone away, and I don't know where he can be, my baby. But I'm gonna find him.
So Lisa Stansfield, quite an interesting career in terms of how it starts especially. Do you have on your Wikipedia page there when she first won that competition with the BBC? How old she was? Because she's born in what year?
66.
66. So she wins the competition
In 1980.
She's 14.
She's 14 years old.
And I heard the song that she sang. There's a song that they recorded with her. I don't know if it's the next year when she's 15, but it's pretty incredible vocal for a 15-year-old or 14-year-old to sing.
And it's no surprise, 'cause all you keep giving me, all you keep giving me, are your alibis, all you keep giving me.
She is bonkers talented.
She is.
Am I wrong?
You know, you hit bonkers and resembles already so early in the podcast. Just trying to get over it here.
Yeah, I'm going to invent a new word later on.
Yeah. Where are you going to head from here? So she ends up being in this band called the Blue Zone.
Yeah.
Right? But I didn't realize they were only like teenagers when they were doing this stuff.
I know.
So the one was in high school, a friend in high school. Another was a trumpet player from another local high school.
So that's with Ian Devaney and Andy Morris.
Right. Because they're out of, what town are they out of or city?
Well, she was born in Manchester.
Okay.
But I guess, yeah, they probably got together. Was it Rochdale?
Yeah, I don't have my pronunciation. If it was Scotland, I'm pretty sure it'd be Rochdale.
Well, yeah, or something like that.
Yeah. But she's Northern England. Yeah. She's got a strong Northern England accent.
Yes.
Except when she sings her songs.
No, because she has such a soulful voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, growing up listening to Marvin Gaye, Barry White, Diana Ross, and the Supremes and everything. So obviously, Barry White was a huge influence on this song.
Right. So she was the first white British female singer.
Yes.
To go to number 1 on the R&B
R&B
charts in America.
Yes. Yeah.
And she was embraced wholeheartedly.
And she has stated that she hates the term blue-eyed soul, and that she states, I'm a soul singer. It doesn't matter. If I sing soul, I sing soul.
People, hold on. Don't do yourself wrong. People, hold on. We've got to be strong.
She ends up doing a song with a band called Cold Cut, or a DJ. So DJs are.
Yeah, they're sort of an electronic band.
Yeah.
And this is late 80s electronic. And it was Ian and Andy that were called on to do the song with them. And she just kind of tagged along, ended up singing on it. And Blue Zone was signed with Arista Records at the time.
Right.
And then Arista decided, hey, we're going to give you a solo contract. Because it would have been a little bit weird, like Cold Cut featuring Blue Zone, but Cold Cut featuring Lisa Stansfield. It made a little more sense. So then that's where her solo career really launched at that point. Because earlier on, after her win on the talent show, she released a couple of singles, but nothing really, no traction.
Right. And to her credit, though, she was called Lisa Stansfield, as is her name, but she brought in the 2 guys from Blue Zone, so they still were the same collective.
Yeah.
So my sense is it's still the exact same thing, except she knows that her name is the selling point, but the 3 of them wrote this song.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the Dave Matthews Band.
Right. Is it?
I don't know.
Okay. It would be very funny if she's called the Lisa Stansfield Band, like the Steve Miller Band. But yeah, anyways, back to this. To her credit, she brings the Blue Zone guys back with her, and they write this song, and this is from their first album. So,
well, her first album.
Her first album, yeah. So they write this around a piano, and the whole thing is, like you said, a tribute to Barry White. And they were thinking of a particular song, actually. It's called Let the Music Play. But the long version.
Okay, yeah.
And his long version has this intro that's a minute and a half.
Oh,
seriously? He talks about not being with the woman he was with before, and he's at a club, and people are asking where she is, and he's like responding, and it just keeps going and going.
Yeah.
And so they wanted to do something like that, but they kept it a lot shorter.
Everybody's going, step on up here. One ticket, please. Lord have mercy, everybody's here. Hey, what's going on, man? Yeah, she's at home. Yeah, she's at home. Yeah, she's at home.
My understanding was that they sat at the piano, same thing as you said, and she just started to riff in on this sort of this sultry, like dark, deep, gravelly voice, and started doing this spoken word part.
Yeah. I think there was something like that, because she ended up just singing a phrase while they were kind of, one was playing piano, and there's a third.
Yeah.
But she just said, been around the world, and I. That was what they started with.
And everyone kind of laughed at the I. But that is really the hook that really brings you into the song. And they ended up keeping it because it worked and made so much sense.
Right. And so they end up making, I think, about 5 songs. They present it to Arista after the Cold Cut single does really well.
Yeah.
Like, well, we have these 5 songs, and Arista's like, that one, Been Around the World, that's the one. And the joke of it is, to them, is it isn't a big budget production. They recorded it on an 8-track. They did 2 vocals. One was Lisa Stanfield, and the other, Frank, was Lisa Stanfield singing over top of herself. And they converted it to a 24-track later, but they mixed it in like her bedroom. They recorded it at the back of her parents' house in a makeshift studio. And so in the end, I think they only added like the strings. And the strings were real. So when you hear this, it's a real...
the strings were actually real?
Yeah, it's a real orchestra. I thought they were fake.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bonkers. That's awesome.
Because it's 89, you
Yeah.
can't get the sort of hits that Carly Rae Jepsen could get, right? So they had to get real orchestra to do this.
Are we stepping on a future category of who could sing this?
Oh, I guess we are. We'll come back to that.
Yes.
I already know your answer.
It's Carly Rae Jepsen. It's always Carly Rae Jepsen.
That's true. So this song then gets released, and I think it's the second single on the album Affection.
Yeah.
So they have a first single that might be the one that was produced by Cold Cut as a favor because she was on that People Hold On song with Cold Cut. I think it's called People Hold On.
Yeah, People Hold On. Yeah.
Right. So they released a first single. When I listened to the album, it sounded a lot like a dancey English album from the late 80s, which is very not in my zone.
Yeah.
Whether it be blue or red or whatever. However, this song is in my zone, which is the second single, which really just takes off around. Oh, let me say this again, Frank. It takes off all around the world.
Nicely done. Yes.
Thank you. It also is very difficult for me to talk about a song called All Around the World when she doesn't say that.
I know, because I always thought it was Been Around the World.
Because that's a song. This
Yeah.
is sort of like the guy who wrote Rockabye, which will never be a guilt-free pleasure.
That's a terrible song. I hate that song.
Because it's Lullaby. That's the name of it. But he says Rockabye.
Yeah.
This is a bad choice because Rockabye is going to get him more iTunes sales.
Exactly. Yeah.
And All Around the World is also going to be tricky because I'm stepping on my own mixtape and wondering what your mixtape is. But my original mixtape was songs called All Around the World. And I had about 6 or 7. There's Paul Simon. There's the Red Hot Chili Peppers. There's that Oasis song that's about 18 hours long.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of other ones. There's Daft Punk Going Around the World.
Oh, yeah.
I could go on.
Yeah.
There's 7 songs.
So you changed to a different mixtape.
Yeah, we almost had a Justin Bieber Ludacris addition to our
Oh,
mixtape.
really?
Now we don't.
Kind of upset that we don't have that anymore.
Do you want to know what it's called?
Is it All Around the World?
You got it.
Oh, look at that. I'm so smart.
All right, so this song hits hard.
Yes.
All right, let's jump into the song. What do you think? You got anything more to say?
What else do we need to know about the song? So it was produced by the other 2 dudes from Blue Zone,
Right.
The band that she was in. So
One of them who's going to become her husband. So
Yes.
she was married for a hot minute. Is
Yeah.
that what the kids say?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. She was married in 88 for a little bit to another guy.
for 4 months to an Italian fashion designer. I think it was a
Yeah.
fashion designer.
And then they had a whirlwind, I guess, romance that didn't
Yeah.
work. Didn't go all around the world. But she ends up dating the friend she's always had.
Yeah.
Basically a Vanessa Williams move.
Wait.
To save it the best for last.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe she ended up marrying like a high school friend or something like that.
She did.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because the guy was from Blue Zone. He's their high school friend.
No, I was talking Vanessa Williams.
No, but Pebbles stole her song.
Oh, that's true.
That's
yeah.
a different story.
Yeah, that's it. Well, we talked about that already.
Right, okay. So maybe it's not even... Well, she saved the best for last.
Okay, wait, Bill. Are you telling me that my crushes from high school might end up marrying me right now?
There's always a chance, Frank.
There is always a chance.
So anyways, she didn't have to go around the world. He was right there.
I didn't get an answer from you on that, though.
What was about your girlfriends from... Oh, your imaginary girlfriends from high school?
Yeah.
That was a lot meaner than I meant.
Well, you're a mean person.
Yeah, we talked about that off mic there, didn't we? I don't know, Frank. I did answer it. Didn't I say there's always a chance?
Well, okay, yeah, you did.
Okay. There's always a chance we can start talking about this song.
Is there?
Yeah.
Should we?
Let's start with the beginning.
Okay.
Okay, so we got the preamble.
That preamble, again, completely influenced by Barry White.
Right, read it out for me,
Yeah.
Frank.
Do you want me to do my terrible Barry White voice again?
Oh, yeah, please do.
I don't know where my baby is, but I'll find him somewhere, somehow. I've got to let him know how much I care. I'll never give up looking for my baby.
I don't know where my baby is, but I'll find him somewhere, somehow. I've got to let him know how much I care. I'll never give up looking for my baby.
And I have written down on my notes, stalker vibes, run, baby, run. When I was a kid and heard this, like, oh, imagine breaking up with someone and then they're like, I'll never stop chasing you. I'm like, no, I broke up with you. You said mean things. I want to get out of here. And so when it opens, I had this sort of queasy feeling as a kid when I first heard this song, like, oh, you got to get out. You got to run all around the world.
Okay, so forgive me for being...
You're going to talk about my relationships where I broke
Yes.
up with people and okay, go ahead.
So, exactly. Forgive me for being less than charitable because I've only been broken up with. So Have you ever broken up with someone or said something to a woman that you were in a relationship with that you regretted and wish that you could take that back? So the relationship ended and then you're like, oh no, oh, what did I give up? And then want that back.
Yeah, this one time I dated this girl in 2004 and I broke up with her. And then
I forgot about your wife.
Yeah, my wife. Yeah, it was about a year later. I think I kind of fell into this deep depression. It was a rough time.
Yeah.
And then I had a moment where like, oh no, oh no, oh no. And I remember just lying in bed thinking, I've ruined everything. There's no chance.
Did you do too much lying, wasting too much time, and then you were there and crying?
I totally was. This is my story. My goodness. But you know what? The great news in my life is we're married.
Yeah.
But my feeling in this song is she's never going to find him.
Okay, I will disagree with you there.
Okay.
And we will talk about it later when we talk about the video.
Okay, fair enough. So there's your opening. She's going to chase this guy down.
Yeah.
And we're going to find out why he's away. I think that's what we're going to find out soon enough.
Yeah, and it's not creepy or weird.
No.
She just realized that she made a huge mistake.
Right. That's sort of Arrested Development vibe.
Yeah.
So this is one of the rare songs. We talked about this in a previous episode where it begins with the chorus. Right away, it jumps into chorus.
Well, this actually began with the intro.
It does, but it feels so like sort of Barry White spoken word that when she sings feels like song proper and is prefaced before. Been around the world and I can't find my baby. That's 4 eyes. Just keeping count there.
That was 3 eyes. Oh, no, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
I don't know when, I don't know why he's gone away. And I don't know where he can be, my baby, but I'm going to find him. Notice how I shifted that there so it sounded
that seemed
sinister?
a little sinister, yeah.
Because he wants to be found? Frank, do you think he wants to be found?
I think everybody wants to be found in some regard. Whether it's from the person that is chasing after them or someone completely new.
Right.
People want to be found.
Right.
By the love that they are looking for.
Oh, okay.
And whether it's Lisa Stansfield in this specific example or someone else. But people, I think, always want to be found.
Okay. Oh, I like this is the Frank Pearson philosophy.
Been around the world and I can't find my baby. I don't know when, I don't know why he's gone away, and I don't know where he can be, my baby, but I'm gonna find him.
Okay, so this takes us then, because this chorus comes up about 18 more times, so we can jump to first verse.
I can't stop talking about that. Been around the world and I. And everyone was laughing when she first sort of came up with that lyric.
Right.
But that is exactly what everyone remembers about this song.
Oh, totally. This is the thing that you'll know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's 1990, I think, when we're hearing it.
99, yeah, so it was probably 89. Yeah,
When it got originally
It was 89
released.
when it was written and released. Yeah.
Right, because it's going to take a while to get overseas.
Yeah.
But this is sort of like key moment for us, as then we're 13-year-olds.
Well, 12, 13, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's jump to verse 1.
Yeah, so here we get the story of what's going on with this relationship.
And then we can decide whether this guy should stay hidden.
Yeah.
We had a quarrel, and I let myself go. I said so many things he didn't know, and I was oh so bad, and I don't think he's coming back.
We had a quarrel, and I let myself go. I said so many things he didn't know, and I was oh so bad. I don't think he's coming back.
Now, I think maybe that's first half of first verse, because there's more.
Yeah.
Okay. He gave the reason.
Wait, you missed and I don't think he's coming back.
Right. I don't have that written in my lyrics there. Yeah. He gave the reasons he should go. And he said many things he hadn't said before. And he was oh so mad. And I don't think he's coming back.
He gave the reasons he should go. And he said things he hadn't said before. And he was
All right, Frank, some questions for you. Okay. All right. Let's see. She let herself go. What do you think she said to him?
Well, this is the question that it's ambiguous, right?
Right.
I let myself go. I said so many things he didn't know. And I was so bad. And I don't think he's coming back. So was she untrue to him?
I was wondering, right? That it might be like she kissed somebody, maybe,
Yeah.
or something like that. Or she said something really mean to him. Like, what would be mean? It could be like, oh, you're a failure as a human being. Like your job
It
stinks.
is really rough.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to think of something she could say that was oh so bad. What if she said, you smell?
Yeah. Well,
That's pretty bad too.
yeah.
But also, I think she said, you're a failure as a human being and your job is pathetic. I was trying to like come up with things that could be really mean that she could
Yeah.
say.
But I think it's more related specifically to that relationship.
Right, okay. So something about him as like a boyfriend, that he stinks as a boyfriend. And he said things to her, right?
Yeah. I'm wondering if maybe she said something about the relationship that, and I don't want to necessarily go there. I want to give Lisa Stansfield the benefit of the doubt. But he reacted in such a way to what she said that he said some mean things in reaction.
Right.
I have been in that position before where I've said things as a very reactionary comment to bad news that I've been getting.
Right.
I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I'm 24-0 for being broken up with.
Yeah.
Like, it's a pretty stellar record.
It is. I'm so glad you didn't say 0 and 24. That would feel
No,
a lot
exactly.
worse.
I like to think a lot more positively
All right.
about my failed relationships.
Well, you're a loyalist, right?
Well, yeah.
So that's not a bad thing.
Exactly. I love the crown and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, where are we going with this? Okay, back to
have
this.
no
Okay,
idea.
but he gave reasons. I feel like his is logical. He gave reasons he should
Yeah.
go. One of the reasons is, listen, if you can't accept me for who I am, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And she's said mean things that sounds like she didn't mean, but she has. That's interesting. Mean.
Yeah.
I meant it both ways there, Frank.
Okay.
In that sentence. She said mean things she didn't mean.
Exactly.
I feel like as things go on, we're going to find out more what's gone down.
I think so too, yeah.
Okay. So we're going to jump from there into the pre-chorus.
Yes.
And then she gives some admissions that are pretty difficult. Mm-hmm. I did too much. What was it, Frank? What'd she do?
She did too much lying.
She's lying. So was the lying what she said to him? That she said something just to be mean? She heard him to see him bleed.
Was she lying through the whole relationship?
So she might have cheated on him.
Maybe. It's tough to say. It's very ambiguous here.
Yeah. She wasted too much time. Now I'm here and crying. I.
I did too much lying, wasted too much time. Now I'm here and crying. I've been around the world and
So my thought too on this is I did too much lying, wasted too much time. Now I'm here and crying. So maybe through the whole relationship, she was just trying to play it a little bit too cool. Because being vulnerable and telling someone how you feel in a relationship, that is a terrifying thought. Because
Yeah.
what if it's not reciprocated?
Right.
So maybe she was just playing it a little bit too cool. He may have said, I love you. She was like, yeah, we're good together, but never said, I love you back.
Right.
Even though she did, but she didn't want to put herself out there.
Right. Or I was thinking she breaks up with him and then lies to herself that she's happy.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Okay. There we go.
And then she's wasted too much time and now he's gone off to another part of the world.
Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking I was wasting too much time in the sense of like I was just trying to play it cool for so long.
Right. But she should have instead tried to get him back. If it's
Exactly.
the other side.
Okay, yeah.
That's
No.
my thinking.
Okay.
And that leads to that chorus.
Yeah.
Now she's traveling the world. This is an adventure story.
Yeah, exactly. So she's been to like Belize,
Right.
Tonga,
Right.
Vietnam,
Yeah.
Thunder Bay, Dubrovnik in Croatia, which is a place I really want to go at some point.
Okay. Well, all right. So she's been all around the world. Can't find him.
All around the world.
Is he hiding? We talked about this earlier, didn't we? I think you and I disagree a bit on this, but we'll see what comes up. If not to interrupt you there, Frank.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, back to the chorus. She's been around the world and she can't find her baby, even though she's been to Dubrovnik.
Right. Okay, next verse. Here we go. Ready? Oh, wait a sec. Let me just take a look at my notes here. So there's this like great synth hit and orchestra interlude before she gets to verse 2.
Yes.
Just enough. They're going to give us a bit more later, but just enough to spark our joy.
But it's not a synth hit like from a
Right.
synthesizer, right? You said the strings are real.
It's the real deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they get a real deal hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So open-hearted.
And so we get to verse 2. She says, "So open-hearted, he never did me wrong, and I was the one, the weakest one of all. And now I'm oh so sad, and I don't think he's coming back.
So open-hearted, he never did me wrong. I was the one, the weakest one of all, and now I'm oh so sad. I don't think he's coming back.
I like that oh so sad because it kind of mirrors the eyes.
Yeah. And then from there, we hit pre-chorus, and the chorus is lots of choruses, right? It's just a chorus
But
hit.
that's where that hook is, that been around the world and I cannot get over that. When we listened to the song before we started,
Yeah.
I was getting goosebumps
Yeah.
because I know that I love the song, but listening to it again in anticipation of this episode, just like, oh my goodness, I loved this song. And I still do.
You couldn't stop saying how much you love this song.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do want to say something, though, because there's a bunch of choruses, but there's something I have called Scatty Bridge.
Yes. That comes up after the second verse. So the chorus goes through about twice.
Yes, exactly.
Actually, it goes through 3 times. It goes through twice, pre-chorus, then the chorus, then the bridge.
Right, yep.
And that bridge is amazing.
But I'm gonna find him. I'm going to
Oh my goodness, yeah. It's still the same lyrics, isn't it?
Yeah. But I feel that it really features Lisa Stanfield's voice.
Yeah. Oh, it does. And this is all about her voice by the end. And I think this is why it's so well received in R&B circles, because it understands it's about the voice and
Yeah.
the feelings underneath it. And the more you sing it, the more meanings come out of this. And so that scatty part, which gives a sort of jazz-infused feel,
Yeah.
right? And it is mesmerizing. Then we're going to go back to another pre-chorus, another chorus, and then there's like an altered chorus. I have it as chorus 6. The 6th time she does a chorus, it's been around the world,
Yes. Yeah.
right? And it's not the same as the rest of them, but it's the exact same words.
But there is an optimism that comes about through
Yeah,
that. And that
yeah.
is through the bridge. The bridge is that transition to
Right.
that sort of.
Happy world.
Exactly. Because previously it's been around the world and I can't find my baby. I don't know when and I don't know why he's gone away. And I don't know where he can be, my baby, but I'm going to find him. So there's a bit of a defeatist sort of emotion feeling at that point.
Right.
But after the bridge, I've been around the world looking for my baby, been around the world, and I'm gonna find him.
Yeah.
And that's where the switch is flipped. And we can talk about this later in the video as well, but I'm gonna talk about it right now.
Well, might as well, right? Because this is where we're headed to.
Yeah. So in the video, she's kind of a bit morose, a little downtrodden. She's like, I don't know where my baby is. But after this bridge, you watch the video and she's smiling and it's positive and she's like, I'm going to find him. But not in like a weird, creepy way, but we're going to get back together. I'm going to admit, listen, I was wrong. Whatever happened in the past, I love you, and this is moving forward, and we're going to get back together. So there's
Right.
an optimism there.
Yeah. So she hasn't found him yet, but she will.
Yes.
Okay.
Been around the world and I can't find my baby. I don't know and I don't know why he's gone away and I don't know where he can be, my baby. But I'm gonna find him. Ooh.
I feel it's a good time to talk about the video. You like the video? That's what I'm hearing here.
I enjoyed the video. I think it was very much of its time.
Yeah.
And it's very much focused on Lisa Stanfield's aesthetic.
Yes.
And she had a very specific aesthetic at that time.
Yeah.
A very short cropped haircut with the very gelled.
They call it like kiss loops or something like that.
Yeah. There was just something about her at that time. She just seems so cool.
Yeah.
Back then and even now.
So it's filmed in black and white at the very beginning when she does the spoken word. And then it
Yes.
goes to color, but it feels like she still looks kind of like she's in black and white
Yeah,
for the
exactly.
enormous amount of powder they put on her face. And I'm going to just put this out there. I hate this video.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on.
I hate it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you why. Because I feel like I'm on a ride at Canada's Wonderland or any
doesn't
theme
like
park.
that?
No, but the ride's spinning around
Yeah.
and I got like a headache and I'm going to throw up. And either the camera's moving the wrong way. Like, do you remember the girl I Want to Take You Down with? Who's saying that?
Gregory Abbott.
And I wasn't sure in the video if the camera was moving the wrong way.
You were thinking Shake You Down?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Shake You Down.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
not take you down, shake you down.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, he wasn't like a mercenary or
No,
whatever.
yeah.
Of love, maybe. In that video, the camera was moving in a direction I thought was incorrect. It was either left to right or right to
Yeah.
left. And this one, I feel like the camera's moving, I think it's moving, it's either clockwise or, I think it's moving clockwise.
Yeah.
And I want it to
Okay.
move counterclockwise.
Okay.
Something's
So
throwing me
you're
off.
getting vertigo by the video.
I am. It makes me want to throw up. And then about halfway through, I'm like, oh no, I can't take it anymore. It just keeps moving. And like, just find them. Just find them. I can't
Yeah.
take it anymore. And that's how I feel about the video. But what I do like is the Apollo Theater video.
Oh,
So
okay.
which
Yeah.
is a totally different thing.
Yeah.
But the
Well, it's a live version.
the
of
live
her singing,
version, because
right? Yeah.
I feel like in the Been Around the World video, they have her spinning in a way that makes me want to throw up.
It's all around the world.
Oh yeah, yeah. It should be called Been Around the World.
Perhaps, but
Okay.
we're
All
gonna
right. All right.
let Lisa have her artistic license here.
Okay. Rockabye. Gotcha.
Oh, don't.
Okay.
No, don't compare this to Rockabye.
Right. Because that's
Or Lullaby or whatever
there you go.
that
Oh,
terrible song is.
Sean Mullins. Yeah, I know you like it, Frank.
No.
Okay. All right.
I'm going completely off script here. That is a terrible song. It will never be featured on this podcast. If it ever is, the next episode will be our finality
okay.
episode. That is a horrible, horrible, horrible song, and I cannot stand it.
Okay. Perfect. So just to check, are you willing to build your city on rock and roll or rockabye yourself to sleep? Which would you do if you had a choice?
I want to hold my head underwater right now until I can't breathe anymore.
Oh man. Wow. That's weird. All right. Anyways, let's shift to something a little happier. The Apollo video, which is just a clip from the TV show. Sinbad introduces her and she comes out and sings and the crowd is already in. And at one point, it sounds like the crowd is singing in some sort of strange harmony
Oh, really?
to the
Okay,
song.
yeah.
And they're doing some other clap to the song that's complementing it. That's not like the typical woo, woo
Yeah.
videos you see. It's like they're in.
I did too much lying, wasted too much time. Now I'm here and crying.
I reacquainted myself with the video and the song, obviously, as we were getting ready for this. And I was
Yeah.
watching it the first time and just like, why is she so happy when she's talking about her baby who has left her?
Right.
But then realizing it's at the end of the song, and that's the optimistic twist at the end. And that's what I love about the video. And she really portrays that really, really well. She's like, I'm going to find him and I'm going to boil a bunny and we're going to be together forever.
Yeah, exactly. Nicely done. I feel like if someone tried to cover it, they would do a bad cover because they would go towards the sad part.
Carly Rae Jepsen will do an amazing version of everything that she sings.
Well, there you go. There's our category. So, category, Frank, you think Carly Rae Jepsen would sing this right?
I would love to hear a Carly Rae Jepsen version of this.
I think she would. I think she'd do it right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough because this is a tremendous vocal.
Okay. Yeah. We did not explore this enough, but her vocals are amazing through this. And in her pre-chorus, I did too much lying, wasted too much time. Like, I love the way that
It's
comes
so
through.
good. All right, so there's our category. We have Carly Rae Jepsen, who's going to do the cover of it. All right. Next question for you, Frank.
Yeah.
What type of figure skating routine do you think that you could do to this? I think I don't think it's a long program worthy.
No.
I think it needs to be probably either a dance or pairs.
I would say it's a CBC special, José Chouinard and Elvis Stoico.
Yes, please. Okay, perfect. And who's gone? Oh, he's gone missing, right? And she's trying to find him.
So they're on opposite sides of the rink and she's chasing him. And then at the end, they get together.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Well, reach out to us, Skate Canada. We got some great ideas.
CBC, we have this amazing idea for a special, which is not 30 years too late.
No, not at all. All right, Hallmark movie.
You have one, don't you?
I do. So here's the thing. It's going to be about someone going all around the world, right? But
Yeah.
that might be the preamble. Here's the joke. She goes all around the world to find him. But you know where he is? At home.
In Vermont.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he's going to save her at the end.
Okay.
Because he does like a job like firefighting or ambulating. I don't know if that's a word.
No, I think it's a word. It's maybe the new word that we made up for this episode.
Yeah. So he,
Ambulates?
yeah, which means he either drives the ambulance or he's a paramedic. But either way, he's going to save her at the end in some sort of crisis. But it's going to be all about coming back home, recognizing things. And I think maybe she attacked him for maybe not having a big enough worldview. But in the end, she needed to make her world smaller.
Yes. Okay. So she's traveling around the world because she is consulting with other people. Oh, I heard that he's here. I heard that he's there.
Yeah.
And she's just running all around the world.
Yeah.
Like maybe to Manchester, maybe to Belize, maybe to
Thunder Bay.
Thunder Bay.
Yeah. 'cause
Yes.
That's going to be a lot cheaper to produce this movie.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Ooh, I like a Thunder Bay Hallmark movie. Wait,
Ooh.
let's just back this up. It's going to take place on Thunder Bay.
Yeah. Maybe even Sudbury. Nickel
yeah.
farming or mining or whatever it is that they do there.
Yeah. It could all be, it could be Ontario,
Yeah.
Minnesota, Manitoba, Michigan. We just keep it right there.
You just get that really, really weird sort of dialect and accent
Yeah.
that's going
Oh, yeah. It would be fantastic. We got a movie, Frank.
Maybe you can get something like on a 16 mil that you actually have to crank by hand.
Oh, yeah. Now that feels like a real Canadian production.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Before we jump too much further,
Yeah.
what part of the song brings you the most joy, Bill?
You know, it's the pre-chorus. I
Yes!
did too much lying.
Wasted too much time.
Now I'm here crying.
I. Yes, absolutely.
That's the part.
it.
Yeah, and then it just goes. But
Yeah.
there is where the joy is.
Again, it really showcases her voice at that point.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. Good call, Bill.
Yeah,
That was me.
You picked that really well.
Yeah. Okay. Mixtape time, Frank. You pick the song. I want you to start the mixtape.
So my mixtape is about reunited love or getting back together with
Okay.
a lost love.
Great.
Bit on the nose,
Yeah.
starting off with Reunited by Peaches and Herb.
Very good. Very good.
Baby Come Back by Player.
Perfect.
Up Where We Belong, Joe Cocker and Jennifer Warrens. I Can't Help Myself by the Four Tops. If Ever You're in My Arms Again by Peebo Bryson. On Bended Knee by Boys to Men. I have so many
Wow, you're
here.
still going. I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
These are mega hits.
I know. I am going to close it all off with Let's Stay Together by Al Green.
Well done. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay. Whew. Okay, pressure's on. Mine are going to be about relationships lost due to bad actions
Okay.
by the person involved and the desire to either get back together or to wallow in misery.
Okay. That is a very specific sort of
Yeah,
genre there.
it is. It is. So I'm going to begin with I Wish It Would Rain Down, Phil Collins.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's coming up later, just so you know.
Oh, okay, great. And then next up would be Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor, because she's messed it up and there's nothing else she could have.
Okay. You might be clairvoyant here
Yeah.
because that's also coming up later.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Then I have Careless Whisper, George Michael.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And now we have people recognizing they want the person back. Mandy, Barry Manilow.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. And did I say this one? If I Could Turn Back Time, Cher.
No.
Yeah.
Almost made it on my list, though.
And then I'm going to end it on a high note. Jackson 5, I Want You Back.
Good call.
Yeah, there you go.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So we don't keep people in too much anticipation.
Yeah.
I'm going to go through the top 10
Oh, okay.
because this song in 1990 peaked at number 3
Okay.
in April of 1990. So the top 10, I'll count it down from 10. Forever by Kiss.
Okay.
Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor.
We're destined for number one ship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Here and Now, Luther Vandross.
Oh, baby.
Get Up Before the Night Is Over by Technotronic.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't Want to Fall in Love by Jane Child, which is probably the opposite of this song.
Yeah.
Black Velvet, Alana Miles.
Canada singing about Elvis.
Yeah. Number 4, I Wish It Were Rain Down, Phil Collins.
Yes. Also destined for number one.
Yeah. Number 3, All Around the World, Lisa Stansfield.
Yeah.
I'll Be Your Everything by Tommy Page at number 2.
Yeah. I forgot about that one.
And then number 1, Love Will Lead You Back by Taylor Dane.
Oh, that is a song.
I know, right?
Oh, that's a good one. Ooh, boy. Well, you know what? Lisa Stanfield is in great company.
That was a
There it is.
bonkers top 10.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. What a time. Who knew things would change so rapidly a few years later?
Let's talk about some versions of this.
Okay.
The song was referenced twice in hip hop.
Yeah.
Once by Snoop Dogg in No Thang on Me.
You know, I've been around the world and I met a lot of people, and what I've come to find out is that people are the same. They all share the same fears.
But also in Puff Daddy, Mace's, and the Notorious B.I.G.'s All Around the World.
Been around the world and and we been player hating. I don't know when, I don't know why. Why they want us faded, I don't know why they hate us. Look at our ladies, on top of faded. Baby.
And I feel the way I feel about the video, the way I feel about the Notorious B.I.G.
Oh, okay.
It drives me crazy because it begins sounding exactly like Fame by David Bowie because
Yes.
it is. And this is my issue with Puff Daddy is he just takes the actual song
Yeah.
and then ends up altering it slightly and then raps over it where he doesn't do something interesting to me. And I feel I'm a bit out of my league here, but in terms of there are other songs, like we talked about Return of the Mac doing something really interesting with Genius of Love and other
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah.
But Puff Daddy doesn't do interesting things to me. He just takes hooks and then sings over them where it's like, well, someone did the legwork. And you're not even doing something that's like a cool shift or change. The way, Crazy Town did with Butterfly by taking that Red Hot Chili Peppers song. This one, I hate it. And then they bring All Around the World in with David Bowie's. Is it Fame or
It's Fame,
It
yeah.
is Fame.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Because they did the same thing with Matthew Wilder's Break My Stride.
Yeah. They didn't do anything interesting to me.
Okay. But the biggest version of this is obviously after this song came out and is very much an homage to Barry White, as you could tell by the opening of this podcast.
Right.
There was a duet version of Lisa Stansfield and Barry White. And Barry White is, okay, he is not a novelty.
No. But in the 90s, they made fun of him a lot, and it was unfair.
Absolutely. He was called the Walrus of Love in the 70s as part of the disco thing, but his voice is like velvet. It is so smooth and so good, And she's obviously a big fan of him because of that original spoken word part.
Yeah.
And their version together, that duet is, I don't want to say it's better than the original, but bringing those two together is, oh my goodness. It just melts all around you.
I did too much lying, wasted too much time. Now I'm here and crying. Been around the world and I can't find my baby. I don't know when, I don't know why he's gone away, and I don't know where he can be. My baby,
I don't know.
but I'm gonna find him.
Searching, keep looking.
My only criticism of it is Barry White doesn't sing enough on it.
Yeah.
He should have done the original spoken word for it.
Yeah.
He should have got more. We had to wait till the chorus for him to finally jump in.
Yeah.
And it was like he was kind of giving some hits, like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm like, no,
Yeah, yeah.
Barry.
I want to hear Barry.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good, but it was left you
so
wanting for
good.
so much more.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's quite good. And we'll have a link, of course, to that live video that was shot between them.
The live video is different than the actual single that was released.
That's right,
But
yeah.
oh my goodness, Barry White, he's going to show up later on.
He's going to get his flowers. Don't you worry.
Absolutely. Oh, he's just so good.
Yeah. Want some kind of random trivia?
Let's hear it.
What famous artist, like a genius artist from the 80s, did Lisa Stansfield slap the first time she met him?
Oh, I have no idea. I want to say Prince.
You were correct.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bonkers. That's crazy.
Yeah. She was in Rocking in Rio or whatever it's called, Rock Rio thing.
Yeah.
She was there and she was at a club with her husband.
Yeah.
She calls them pubs, which is kind of funny to me. But
So
she's
is this her first husband or her second husband?
her first, or her current husband, second husband. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because she married the Italian race car driver, fashion designer, whatever it is they do in Italy. And she ended up marrying Ian Devaney.
Yeah.
From
the band.
Blue Zone, yeah.
Yeah. So he was there with her at this club
Yeah.
in Brazil. And Prince was there and he has his entourage with him.
Yeah.
And they had their own special section. And then one of his big bodyguards came over and says, Prince would like to meet you. And she's like, nah, I don't think so. I'm not really ready to meet Prince.
Yeah.
And her husband says, you got to go meet him.
Yeah.
You got to go meet him. Well,
Yeah.
you'll never get a chance like this. So she goes over and she just was so nervous, she said. And he was talking to her, but he was getting very flirty.
Oh, okay.
And she just hit a point where she just ended up slapping him in the face. So I don't know what he said.
Amazing.
And then he ended up like stepping backwards because I guess she hit him really good.
Yeah.
And he jumped up on this sort of balcony area. She had a term for it, which I should know, but it was on a larger balcony.
Yeah.
I don't think the dance floor is too far below because
Yeah.
he turns. He says to her before he turns, he says, "I think I'm going to dance now," and he jumped onto the dance floor and danced. And she said, well, that's it. I've just made an idiot of myself or whatever. I think he did.
Yeah.
So the next night, they're at the same pub with her mom, the club, not a
Yeah.
pub. Her mom was there. And her mom's just like a regular mom.
Yeah.
And so she goes over and sees Prince dancing with all the people. Because her mom's so short, she walked underneath the bodyguards and went up to Prince and said, oh, my daughter met you yesterday. And then she grabbed his hand and goes, oh, you have such soft little hands, like a little boy or a little girl. I don't know which word she said, but that was what she said to him.
Oh, seriously.
But apparently, after that, Prince did end up talking with Lisa Stansfield several times, and they were friendly. But there's your little weird trivia.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love that.
Been around the world, looking for my baby. Been around the world, and I'm gonna find. Been around the world and I can't find my baby. I don't know when.
Thank you for joining us for our little trip all around the Bill and Frank Guilt-Free universe as we discussed Lisa Stansfield's All Around the World.
And I want to point out that the universe is actually bigger than the world. So we're not saying we're bigger than Lisa Stansfield, but Bill and Frank's Guilt-Free Pleasures permeates throughout
The musical multiverse.
multiverse, stratosphere.
Yeah.
I'm just using words that I don't understand.
It's quantum.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And we want you to know that we're putting out this podcast each and every week. And we're always looking for listeners. We're always looking for fans. And we don't know where they can be our fans or our babies, but we're going to find him. We're going to find him.
Not creepy at all. You've been listening to Bill and Frank's Guilt-Free Pleasures. I did too much crying. Wasted too much time.